Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to McLean Hunter's coverage of the Spartan Minor Hockey League. Tonight we have the Barracudas versus the Sharks. Just getting ready underway as the referees prepare the game. First starting lineups for the both teams are the small, younger boys playing, and my guest commentator tonight is Alan Steinwall. Alan, the Barracudas in the maroon, how are they faring in the league? Do you know offhand?
Yeah, we started off very strong this year. We've lost the last couple of games, but the boys are starting to gel now as a unit. They're playing up and down their wings properly. Actually, they're doing much better than they did last year.
Well, that's good. And Sharks, how are they doing in the standings?
I haven't had a chance to see the Sharks this year. This is actually the first matchup between the two teams. I don't know where they're standing right now in the standings.
So referees are just getting ready underway, and we're all almost set to go here for Spartan's junior game of the week, the Barracudas versus the Sharks. From the face-off, a little bit of a scramble at center. Puck comes loose, squirts to the blue line, and Sharks start on the rush to the blue line of the Barracudas. Stop just outside the blue line, picked up there by number 12, William Bossman. He sends it in. Stopped another little bit of a scramble in front of the net, quickly fired outside the blue line, and the Sharks defense goes back to set up a replay. At center, picked up there by 14, Andrew Chase. Chase shoots it in, quickly knocked away, knocked down on a little bit of a breakaway pass. We've got a race for it now as number 7, Andrew Doby, goes in all alone. A long dive by the Sharks defense, and a stop there, goes behind the net. Scramble at the front of the net, the puck squirts loose. Back out in the slot area to the blue line, just at the shooting area, knocked outside the blue line area. Sharks trying to get out, finally shot away. And we've got a clear breakaway here for the Sharks. A long breakaway all alone, shoots, and a nice save by the Barracuda's goaltender, Joey Michelin. Just off his arm and ricocheted wide. Puck's cleared back outside the blue line. Sharks quickly get on the loose puck and send it back in. Goes to the back of the net, picked up there by number 7, Andrew Doby. Doby fell as he was trying to pick up the loose puck, and the Sharks jump on that loose puck in. A shot, hit the goalpost. And Michelin holds onto that loose puck as it just caromed off the side of the post and didn't go over the goal line.
It's a great save by Joey on that play. Came out and cut down the angle well.
And the Sharks right now seem to have a little bit of the offensive power going against this Barracudas team. From the face-off, quick shot, hit the defenseman, number 7, Doby, went in behind the net. Scramble at the side of the net. Sharks applying all the pressure right now, deep in the Barracuda zone, comes back out in front, right across the goal mouth. Nobody there to knock in that loose rebound. Scramble for it in the corner, picked up by 14. Comes loose. Scramble in the other corner. Puck comes loose, nobody there. Still squirts loose right in front of the net. Loose puck picked up quickly by the Sharks. That's scored! And the Sharks again got the offense rolling. And number 12 for the Sharks, Keith Marcotte, pops it home, and the Sharks take a quick 1-goal lead.
This line is really dominating here on the small line. But I think it's also been a pattern with the Barracudas. They started off slow and come on later on in the game.
Their defense just got a little bit behind the net. There's all 4 players that got behind the net and left 2 Shark players loose. And it was a quick shot by Marcotte that popped it home, and they now lead 1-0. From the face-off, the Sharks again come quickly on the attack. Shot, it's scored! And the Sharks jump in a 2-0 lead early in this first period as number 12, Keith Marcotte, goes in for his second goal on a second shot in a row. Marcotte is one of the quicker skaters on that baby line, Alan. He seems to know what to do when he gets that puck. Heads right for the net.
It looks like the Sharks are...
We can show it on the replay here. You can see Marcotte quickly heads towards the net, picks a spot, and right in the corner, and that puts him in the lead 2-0.
They're looking very well organized out there.
Quick 2-0 lead for the Sharks as the play goes down into their own end zone. Puck was grabbed up there by number 4, Ryan Gibson, and he tried to throw it into the top corner. He might be a pitcher someday, but it's not quite the hockey move we were looking for. Sharks again on the offenses. 3 of them break away, and we have a 3-on-1 rush by the Sharks as they come down 3-on-0 now. Defense for the Barracuda trying to get back to help. A shot stopped there by Joey Michelin. Knocked behind the net. Left there laying at the back. And the buzzer goes for a line change. And this small line will now leave the ice surface, and one of the two bigger lines will come on for the two teams.
I think Joey's going to have his work cut out for him tonight, looking at the amount of play in the Barracuda zone.
Busy goalie in that Barracuda's net as the Sharks completely dominated the play in the first few minutes of this opening period. Face-off just to the left of goaltender Byron Persia, now in nets for the Barracudas. Getting these smaller players off the ice onto the benches. From the face-off goes back to the point. Long shot kicked into the corner by Persia. Barracudas try to get it back out, comes to the blue line, and just outside we've got a breakaway for the Barracudas. A quick defensive move there, the puck squirts loose. Long shot, nice save by goaltender Brian Langlois. Nice save there, and the Sharks goaltender had to come up with a big leg move there. Sharks again starting on the offensive move, come up over the blue line. Quick defensive play there as the Barracudas defense come back to help their goaltender, and Byron Persia holds on for the face-off. Nice goaltender save there by Langlois in the nets for the Sharks. He kicked out that leg and made a nice save. Face-off just to the left of Persia, knocked all the way outside the blue line, down deep into the Sharks end zone. Picked up quickly by the Barracudas. Long shot, wide of the net, goes back to the other corner. Sharks trying to come out of their own end zone. Barracudas forechecking very tightly now, trying to get some offense motivated here as they trail 2-0 early in this first period. A shot just wide of the net, goes across into the corner. Barracudas on the offense, trying to keep it deep inside the Sharks end zone. Comes right across the ice to the far side. Barracudas shoot it in deep. They're trying to get some offense motivated here as they dig in hard. Comes out loose, knocked away by number 11, Steven Monich. Goes behind the Sharks' net, goes into the corner. Sharks get right on that, leave the loose puck there now for the Barracudas. The Barracudas, again, pushing to hold the Sharks deep in their own end zone. Behind the net. Nice body check there, but the wrong player fell down for the Barracudas. Comes loose. Try to get outside to the blue line. Just outside the blue line, puck's knocked down. Crosses the blue line in the Barracudas end zone as the Sharks come on the offense. Long shot, nice save by Persia. Another quick shot. Persia again called on to make the save as both number 15, Oliver, and Foreman were standing right on the goal step of Byron Persia, and he held him out once again. Run a face-off. Puck comes loose, knocked outside the blue line. Quickly jumped on there by the Sharks defense. Barracuda's trying to get organized, set it up again. They get it to the blue line. Not quite in. Send in over the blue line this time. And the Sharks defense sends it right back out again. Comes back to PJ Steele. Steele sends it back in again. Fired off the boards into the center zone. Knocked into the center area. Picked up there by 77 PJ Steele. Sends it back to the Sharks end zone. Sharks trying to get some offense going. Long quick pass off the stick of number 6. Goes into the corner, knocked out back into the center zone, and once again the Sharks have to come back and reorganize. Picked up quickly by number 8, Alan Kelso. Kelso across the blue line, nice stick. Alan sends it right on the goal mouth. Sharks defense come back quickly to knock it away. Goes into the corner. Barracudas trying to hem the Sharks in, knocked into the side, and we have a buzzer for once again for another quick line change on both teams.
This line for the Barracudas has been playing very well this year, especially when they're playing an aggressive game. Steven Monich, number 11, has been in and out of the lineup from time to time, but when he's in here, he's able to make this unit click.
Quick little skater, that Steven Monich. He's got the speed to get the team going over that blue line quickly.
He's quick, and he'll get in there and scrap it up a little bit too.
Gets the team motivated as we have a face-off just to the left of goaltender Brian Langlois. Sharks win the face-off, start out over their own blue line out in the center. Dumped in quickly by the Sharks, Italian Dweet. Knocked out into the center zone, all the way down, deep into the Sharks end zone. Back by the side of the goaltender's net, knocked out into the circle area. Fired out overside the blue line. Barracuda defense quickly pounced on the loose puck. Stopped there nicely by 17, Philip Secord. Secord sent it back to the Barracudas defense, and they have to go back, pick it up the blue line, picked up there by Marcotte. Marcotte, throw the pass up on the wing, goes all the way deep into the Shark zone. Kelso in there quickly to forecheck for the Barracudas. They hem them in along the boards. A little bit of a skirmish along the boards. Both teams and 2 players in each to battle for the puck. It squirts loose, comes out near the blue line, picked up there quickly in the Sharks. Breakdown on the wing. Picked up there quickly by 9 as he crosses that blue line. Dallin tries to take a shot, couldn't get a loose block at the defense there at the side of the net. Puck squirts loose right in front of the net. Nice chance there for 17, Philip Secord, but he couldn't put it home. Jumped on quickly by Kelso, he fires it across. And the Barracudas, Frank Cousins, sends it up on the boards and they start to rush it themselves. Sharks quickly steal it back again at center. Nice move just inside the blue line. Here come the Sharks. A quick shot, wide of the net, comes to the other side. Knocked loose by Kelso. He quickly checked Secord, puck comes loose again, comes back in front of the net. Grabbed up by Marcotte. Marcotte sends it over to the blue line and down into the Sharks end zone. Shark defense quickly goes back to set it up. Pass just too far out of the reach of Secord. Knocks the puck up in the center. Stopped just at the center line by the Barracudas defense. Squirts loose again, picked up there by Kelso. Shoots it to the Sharks blue line. Fired back pass there, just past the Barracuda defense to the blue line. They quickly jump on the loose puck, try to reorganize, set up a play. Marcotte behind his own net. Lost the puck, picked up there quickly by Kelso. Kelso behind his own net, he turns and starts to come out, lead the rush. Throws a long pass up to the center. Knocked loose. Quickly picked up there by number 12, Marcotte. He tries to send the puck up and a whistle on the play. Nice passing plays between Farah and Kelso as they went back and forth 2-3 times on that long pass. And Kelso knows when to look for that pass coming from Farah.
Yeah, I've noticed with the Sharks line, they seem to have some set plays even, and are moving the puck well amongst each other.
Quick break off the face-off. Shoots quickly in on Persia, and he holds on for the face-off. No loose pucks on that play as he killed the rebound right away. Face-off just to the left of Persia after making that save. The Sharks quickly jumped on that loose puck off the face-off and mounted an attack, but Persia was up to the task of stopping him. From the face-off, quickly comes back, picked up there by Farah. Farah just shoots it off to the side of the boards as the buzzer goes for another quick line change.
The skating of this Sharks team is, they're very quick on their feet and quick to get to the loose pucks.
Sharks, when they do get the offensive mounted, seem to apply pressure with 15:44 remaining in the first period. It's still 2-0 to score. Sharks jumping out to that quick lead, and they're just maintaining and holding on to it so far in this period. Face off at center as the small line comes out again for both teams. From the face off, a little bit of a scramble at center, quickly grabbed up by the Sharks as they come quickly in again. And they're taking off right where they left off before. Shot scored! A nice long shot along the ice, squeezed between the legs of goaltender Joe Michelin, and it was an easy goal. We've got a replay here. You can see how quickly the Sharks jump on the puck as it crosses the blue line. A long shot right along the ice and just past the leg and glove of Michelin, and they jump into a 3-0 lead.
Again, it was the skating, the ability to get to the puck on this line is opening up the plays.
Just shows how quickly some of the players, such as number 12, Keith Marcotte, of the Barracudas, they all got cut out of position, and how quickly the Sharks can jump on that loose puck, and Bossman scores that goal, and they make it 3-0. From the face-off, scramble goes in along the boards into the corner, down behind the Sharks net, and they try to start up a rush as they come out of their own end zone. 3-0 Sharks over the Barracudas early in this first period. Pass up on the wing. Bossman jams it along the boards, tries to slide a pass up. Picked up quickly by 14, Andrew Chase. Comes loose, Chase left it there. Quick shot, they scored again. And again, Bossman in the right place at the right time. And the Sharks have taken a commanding 4-0 lead early in this first period as the passing plays between Bossman and Chase have seemed to dominate this play. On the replay, you can see the puck coming loose. There's Chase going in, right in the corner. And no chance at all for the outstretched goaltender, Joey Michelin. A commanding 4-0 lead from the face-off. Again, they quickly jump on it. Look at, they scored again! And the shots are going from everywhere now as Bossman picked the far corner this time. And Joey Michelin got a little bit out of position as they quickly came down, and before he could move over to cut the angle off, it was already in the corner. Here's the replay again. Bossman quickly on that play, and before goaltender can get set up, bang, it's in the net, and we have a commanding 5-0 lead now for the Sharks. From the face-off, dumped deep into the Barracudas end zone. Goes back behind the net. Picked up on the behind the red line, behind the net by Valerie. Scramble for it. Sharks quickly fire it back in behind the net. And the Sharks have all the offense mounted on this small lines for both teams as they've hemmed the Barracudas deep in their own end zone. Picked up by Bossman. Bossman fires it right in the slot area. Quick shot, grabbed up by Michelin, and there's no rebound on this one this time. He's not going to take any chances.
One thing I've noticed with the Sharks line is not only are they getting to the puck quickly, but they are getting their shots off before the defender can get onto them.
And it's catching poor goaltender Joey Michelin off guard as they're shooting from anywhere, and they're being tipped by him very quickly. Buzzer goes, and the small lines for both teams leave the ice. The Sharks have left with a commanding 5-0 lead early in this first period and have taken complete control of this hockey game.
It really has been the skating ability of the Sharks line, especially the small line, that has really dominated this game.
And so far on the other two bigger lines for both teams, the score has been close, but the small line so far for the Sharks has been the deadly one against this Barracudas team. From the face-off, came back to the blue line, long slap shot, wide of the net, comes back to the side of the net, quickly picked up by the Barracudas defense. They fire it around quickly, not out. Puck comes loose, PJ Steele knocks it out. And we've got a breakaway pass, a long breakaway pass. They race down the ice, long shot, oh, just wide of the net. Looked like Scott Vanderform, number 88, for the Barracudas had the chance to close the gap, and he just fired it inches wide. Comes back, stopped at the blue line, fired back out by Steele. Up on the wing. Barracudas again trying to mount an offense, see if they can get back in this hockey game. Here in the first period, comes back to the blue line, just jumps over the stick of Keith Marcotte. Picked up there by PJ Steele. Steele fires it back in deep into the Sharks end zone as the Barracudas forecheck trying to hem the Sharks deep in their zone. Back to the blue line and just outside, picked up there by number 12, Keith Marcotte. Marcotte to the blue line, sends it in, quickly grabbed up by the Sharks as they send it back out in the center zone. Sharks trying to mount the attack as they lead 5-0 early in this first period. Ricky Bossman stopped at the blue line, and the Barracudas quickly shoot it back out. Sharks grab it outside the blue line, send it back in deep, picked up there by number 12, Keith Marcotte. Marcotte just takes his time, fires it out to the blue line, picked up there, and Barracudas start the lead. Steven Monich crosses the blue line, tries to send it in front, picked up there by Kelso. Monich picks it up off his stick, lost it behind the net. Kelso hustles on the loose puck behind the net. He's stopped there quickly by the Sharks defense, and once again the Sharks get it to the blue line and just outside. Fired back in over the blue line. There's a little bit of slow play there as players are trying to decide what they want to do with this loose puck. Comes fired back out to Marcotte. Marcotte sends it on to the blue line, but not far enough in. The Sharks hold it outside the blue line, comes back and picked up by PJ Steele. Steele skates around, fires it up on the wing to Kelso. He fires it in just deep and wide of the Sharks' net, goes to the far corner. Nice pass in front. Shark defense quickly comes on it, sends it back to the blue line, stopped there by Marcotte. Marcotte sends it off the boards. And the Shark defense again stops it before it gets to their goaltender. Nice poke check there. And again, the defense a little bit sloppy in that Shark zone as Marcotte takes it in offside. And the Barracudas and the Sharks in there for a few minutes there on that play.
They're starting to take the play to them. Scott Vanderform, he's made a big adjustment this year. He played defense most of last year, and for the first few games of this year, we moved him up to left wing, and he's really come into his own and playing some good hockey.
Hustles on that loose puck all the time, and he's very aggressive to go and get those loose pucks.
Making the passes out in front. He's seeing these players.
Vanderform, very good hustler. Long shot by Steele, goes deep in there. Vanderform hustles right on it into the corner. Vanderform slowly moves into the side of the net, sends it in front of the net, loose. Scramble for it in front of the Sharks goaltender, comes loose again. Puck squirts loose, picked up at the blue line by Steele. He sends it deep back into behind the net. Picked up in the corner, fired right across the goal mouth. And goaltender Brian Langlois had to slide out and make a quick save on that as Barracudas were standing all around, waiting for that loose puck to squirt out, and they put it home.
Yeah, this was a good shift for this line. They were spent most of the time inside of the attacking zone, and maybe we can see a few goals coming here to get them back into the game.
That line is going to have to be the one that does do the scoring, as they're the ones getting all the shots so far for the Barracudas, and they could get them back in this hockey game. 5-0 to score. From the faceoff, comes outside the blue line, quickly pounced on by the Barracudas defense. Shot back in quickly by number 3. Jordan Jarvis sent it back into the Sharks end zone. Barracudas putting offensive unit back together to pressure these Sharks as they trail by 5. Knocked quickly out by the Sharks as they start down the ice. Nice defensive move there by Barracudas' Chris Mork as he sent it all the way back down, right between the skates of goaltender Langlois. He quickly recovered and sent it back out to the blue line himself. Scramble at the blue line. Barracudas trying to hem it back in. Fire right across the center. Got a little bit of a race. Coming down the left wing. Quickly grabbed up. There's a long shot. Easily handled by goaltender Byron Persia, and he holds on. No rebound there.
Byron's another player on this Barracudas team that has made an adjustment. He was a defenseman last year and for a good portion of the first part of this year as well. Put him into goal, and he's come up big for this team. He's been a stand-up goaltender so far. The Sharks haven't really tested him that often, but the shots he's been tested on have been good quality shots. From the face-off, quickly came back to Secord. Secord fired it in the corner and knocked away and picked up there by Farah. Come around, fired up on the wing. Nice pass up on the side. And down come the Barracudas, fired up over the blue line. A little bit of a race for it. Kelso was poke checked at the last moment by the Sharks defense. Grabbed away quickly by Marcotte. Fired back out to the blue line. And just out and down come the Sharks. Ah, nice hit just at center there by the Barracudas defense. A long shot. Stopped by goaltender Byron Persia. Nice hit at center there, an open ice hit as a Barracuda defenseman came across. Number 18, Chris Mork. Threw the nice body check, and they send it quickly back down the race for Kelso. Steals it away from the Shark defender, throws it right out in the slot area. Picked up quickly by number 12, Keith Marcotte. Marcotte lost control, and down come the Sharks once again. Down on the wing, thrown up, picked up by 9. And there's a whistle on the play. That was a good hit by Chris Mork on that last rush. I think the Barracudas are going to have to do a little bit more of getting in these Sharks' way if they're going to get back into this game.
Sharks have trailed 5-0 in good defensive plays by Mork as an open ice body check, and they still hold that 5-goal lead. Face off just outside the blue line of the Barracudas. Sharks quickly jump on it, send him back in. Goes back behind the net. Quickly picked up there by the Barracudas defense. They fell on top of the puck. Puck squirts just at the back of the skates. A little bit of a scramble there, picked up by Farah. He tried to clear it out. He hit a leg, stopped in front of the net. Goes back to the blue line. Long wrist shot, easily handled by Byron Persia. Kicks it to the back of the net, picked up there by number 18, Chris Mork. Mork up on the wing, fired loose. Kept in nicely there by the defense of the Sharks. They hold it in, then they let them loose. Comes fired up on the wing, picked up there by Kelso. He dumped it over the blue line. And the Sharks defense is quickly coming back to help out got a buzz on the play. The Sharks defense quickly coming back to help out their goaltender now, and they're not going to get too many loose plays for the Barracudas to dominate on.
Yeah, no, they're staying to their positions. They're not being caught out. They have a 5-0 lead now, and I think they're protecting it very well on these two lines.
Good defensive play there by both the sets of defensemen, but especially defenseman Chris Mork. And with that open ice body check, it seemed to set the tone for their defense to tighten right up for the Barracudas. Face off at center as the small line comes back out for both teams. Dumped quickly over the blue line. Fired to the blue line, not out. A little bit of scramble for it as number 6, Larry Richer, couldn't get it out. Sharks quickly jump on it again. The puck's at the side of the net. Clear right across the goal mouth. Nobody there for the loose puck. Puck goes to the other side, fired back around behind the net. And again, on previous shifts to this small line, the Sharks are on every loose puck. Comes back near the blue line, fired quickly in by 14, Andrew Chase. A little bit of a scramble in front of the net. Barracuda's having all sorts of trouble trying to get it out. Fired into the slot area. Sharks quickly pounce on any loose pucks as they squirt loose of any of the Barracuda defenders. Puck goes behind the net. Sharks again on tremendous offensive power. Slid right across the goal mouth into the slot area. Nobody there. Fired back to the blue line. Kept in there by the Sharks defense. Right in front of the net. 3 Sharks standing in the slot area. A quick shot, and Joey Michelin slides out and stops any chance of a rebound coming out as 3 Sharks were just roaming around in front of his goaltender.
Well, there's 2 or 3 Sharks jumping on every loose puck that comes squirts loose in this end.
Sharks lead at 5-0, and this small line has been doing the damage for this Sharks team as the Barracudas can't seem to get out of their own end zone. Picked up quickly by Stephen Oliver. He couldn't get it out. Comes back in behind the net in the corner. Scramble for the loose puck. Comes back, knocked down by 99. Craig Clement comes back near the blue line, fired quickly in. And the Sharks trying to get it as Bosman fired it in. Stopped again. Puck comes loose, picked up there quickly by the Sharks as they're on every loose puck so far in this final minutes of this first period. Puck's at the side, comes back to the blue line, and finally fired out by the Barracudas and down the ice into the center area. Sharks completely dominated the early part of this shift. Back at their own blue line, fired into the center zone, right past all the Barracuda defenders. Puck's still loose in the center zone, knocked away by number 3, Jordan Jarvis. Jarvis couldn't get control for his Barracudas, and the puck comes loose, quickly grabbed again by the Sharks. A little bit of a miscue there on the passing play by the Sharks as they try to send it in deep. Puck goes into the corner. Knocked down there by number 4, Brian Gibson. Goes back behind the net, knocked away easily by Stephen Oliver. Out into the center zone as Barracudas just settle for knocking it away loose. We've got a race part. We could have a breakaway coming up. A nice play. Knocked away just at the last moment by Bosman to save that breakaway for the Barracudas. Bosman came back quickly and knocked it away for the Sharks. Battle along the boards comes outside the blue line. Barracudas try to send it back in. Shark defense standing their ground, solid at that blue line. They start out again on a rush. Pass up on the wing, nicely passed in between the defensemen's pads. They go in, Gibson the shot, Michelin holds on for that nice save there. There was a 3-on-0 breakaway, 3 Sharks standing right in front of goaltender Joey Michelin, and he comes up with the save.
Another big save by Joey Michelin. I think the Sharks defense here has tightened up a little bit, or rather the Barracudas defense, and kept the number of shots down this shift.
That's the way it looked there, as Michelin only had to make the one big save. Face off just at center. Start the second period of play. So the score at the end of the first was the Sharks 5 and the Barracudas no score. Face off at center to start this period. Fired down. Easily jumped on and handled. No mistakes there by goaltender Brian Langlois. As he lets the rebound go, he knows it's going to pop right loose to any of the Barracuda players.
This is the line that's going to have to get the Barracudas back into the game here. They've had the majority of play throughout the game.
This has been the line that's got to score the goals if they want to get back in. It's a big lead, but it can be quickly come back. As the score still remains 5-0 for the Sharks, and they jumped into that lead early in the hockey game, and they've held off any attacks that the Barracudas can mount. Puck's knocked away, it comes loose, picked up there quickly by number 3 of the Sharks as they send it in deep. Nice save there by Barracuda's goaltender, Byron Persia.
Yeah, Byron did a good job to come out and cut down the angle there. There was not much for the Shark shooter.
Bossman let on a quick shot go there, but the goaltender was equally up to the task. From the faceoff, goes back to the blue line. Kept in, just inside the blue line. Quick shot there by 15, Billy Joe Bossman. Five nothing Sharks still hold that lead. Comes back to the blue line. Barracuda's having a hard time. Finally, they do get it outside the blue line. And we've got a breakaway pass. All alone goes in, shoots, and a gain. Number 88, Scott Vanderform, all alone, and he fired it just wide of the net. Vanderform picked up his own rebound. Another quick shot. Knocked just inches wide. Stephen Monich standing right on the edge of the goal crease, just tipped that shot wide by Vanderform, right in front of the slot area. Long shot, tipped again by Monich. And goaltender Brian Langlois had trouble on that shot as it bounced off of Monich's stick and it just carried him into his pads. He wasn't sure where it had gone.
He looked behind him there for a little bit, but he had it underneath him.
Nice shot for tipping by P.J. Steele. And Monich almost just tipped it by the goaltender. Comes right in front of the slot area. Shot just wide of the net. Persia knocked it up on the wing, quickly grabbed up there by number 3, Ricky Bossman. Bossman up to center, sends a pass in deep. And Steele goes back quickly for the Barracudas, fires it out, hit a skate and stops just inside the blue line. They send it up, try to get the play organized, dumped in over the blue line, delay offside on the call. We got another breakaway pass and a gain. Number 88, Scott Vanderform, and this time he slid it up, long shot to score! Nice pass, this time Vanderform didn't do it himself. He sent it in to number 11, Stephen Monich. And that might have been the smart play there as Monich buried it. You can see the tip-up pass from Vanderform as he sends Monich in all alone. Quick shot, and it's home.
Yeah, nothing cute there. He just let the shot fly and took the corner.
And Langlois, no chance on that as Monich was all alone on a clear-cut breakaway, and that closes the score to 5-1. Vanderform couldn't get control, and the Sharks start down. Quick defensive move there by P.J. Steele, sent all the way back quickly behind him into the corner. Steele sidesteps the check, lost control of the puck though. Comes right in front of the slot area, shot. Ooh, just carried him off the goalpost, comes back on in front of the net. And the puck is finally cleared up by the Barracudas. We've got a race for it. Monich all alone again. Steps in, shoots, scores! This time he picked the other side. Instead of going to the glove side, they go by him on the stick side in the bottom lower corner. Now we've got a replay. You can see the speed as he goes in nicely. Little shift of the shoulders, and boom, it's right in the bottom. And that closes the gap quickly, 5-2 now, Sharks.
Well, they're starting to capitalize on their chances now. See if that will pick up the other two lines and get them rolling in the game. 2 quick
goals on this shift as Monich and Vanderform connect on nice passing plays, and they've closed the gap to 5-2. Barracudas still trail by 3, but there's still lots of time left in this period. The Barracudas seem to have come to life. Nice defensive check there as the Sharks defense had to come back quickly as they were caught flat-footed, but number 17 for the Sharks came back quickly. Philip Secord and nice defensive move. Puck comes to the side of the net. Secord again swoops in, knocks the puck off the Barracuda sticks, and sends it outside the blue line. Kelso seems to be all around the net for that Barracuda team. He seems to have that instinct to go for the loose puck, and both times Secord has had to come back and make great defensive moves, and we have a face-off as the puck was pinned along the boards. Kelso, for the size of a player he is on that Barracuda line, is very aggressive and loves to hustle on those loose pucks. Front of face-off, comes to the blue line of the Barracudas. Sharks send it in, fired into the slot area. Sharks trying to get a quick goal and retain that lead that they had earlier in this hockey game. Fired right in the slot area. And goaltender Byron Persia holds on and no rebounds on that play. Face off just to the right of goaltender Byron Persia. Hasn't been too busy so far in this shift, as the Barracudas have seemed to come to life here in this second period.
It looks like those 2 goals have woken the team up a little bit here.
So far they've got all the offense here in this second period of play. Puck squirts loose, picked up there by Barracudas as they try to get something going here again and capitalize on loose pucks. Squirts loose, a little bit of sloppy play at center, quickly grabbed up again by number 9 of the Sharks. And they send it back in. And we have another whistle on the play.
This Shark defense has been very quick to get back into position and pick up loose pucks around the net.
Sharks have so far, Secord is one of the defensemen that seems to swoop in from any angle and take away any loose pucks before the Barracudas can get anything organized, and that's right now what's stopping this Barracuda line from getting any more offensive goals here. Puck comes out into the center zone, quickly came back, and the Shark defense fired up quickly. Nice interception there by the Barracudas as they have a 3-on-2. Grabbed away, and Secord once again came in from the side of the board there, grabbed the loose puck, and starts his race down the ice, sidesteps the defense, and 1 stride behind his partner, and it's an offside on the play. Quick skating by Secord, as both teams seem to be getting more into the game as they've closed the gap 5-2. Face-off just outside the Barracuda's blue line. Tip back in the center zone, fired up to the blue line, stopped there by the Barracuda's defense. Sharks lead by 3, they come in quickly, long shot, easily handled by Persia, and he skates to the side of the net and holds on for the face-off.
This Sharks team seems to be coming on here a little bit now, near the end of the shift.
So far, the Barracudas have had the chances, but they haven't been able to click and put one home and close this gap by even 1 more. Running face-off, stopped quickly at the face-off zone, a little bit of scramble, knocked away to the blue line and just outside. Picked up there by Secord as the buzzer goes for the line change. And the Sharks still maintain their 3-goal lead as the clock ticks down here in the second and final period. Score 5-0, still Sharks over the Barracudas.
This is going to be a test now for the Barracuda small line. If you could hold the Sharks off a little bit and keep them in the game.
Sharks offense has been, so far, the big powerhouse has been on this smaller line. Completely dominated by the likes of Bossman and Chase, as they have been popping in the points so far for the Sharks, and down they come quickly once again, goes deep into the end zone at the side of the net, right across the goal mouth, just past Michelin's stick as he reached out to knock it away and he missed it, goes into the corner, picked up there by 22, Richard Ralph. Ralph threw it right in the slot, 2 Sharks sitting there, 3 Sharks sitting there, another quick shot, Michelin kicked it over his leg, comes to the side. Sharks quickly jump on it, Bossman behind the net, tries to send it in front, knocked back behind, quickly knocked away by Larry Richer. Goes into the corner. Sharks quickly get on that loose puck, fired back to the blue line and outside into the center zone as the Sharks had a chance there to add to their total. Got a race for it. Knocked away by the Shark defense. A little bit of a scramble along the boards. Bossman sent it out. Squirts loose and a quick play. Bossman sidestep 1 defenseman, goes around the net. A nice defensive move as he went by him and he pulled back his stick. Number 6 on defense, Larry Richer, came out with a stick and knocked it away. He's got a breakaway pass, but the Barracuda player didn't see it as it went behind him. Chris Foreman didn't see it, it was behind him, and he couldn't get loose. Puck falls under the players as 2 of them fall to the top of the puck. A little bit of stick work going on as the puck squirts loose. Stopped at the blue line, knocked down by Barracuda's defense, and again, Bossman breaks away, tries to step around the defense. This time he gets around, but he couldn't get the shot away on net. Comes to the side of the net, right across the goal mouth. Nobody there to knock it home. Barracuda defense comes quickly back in. Right in the slot area, fired wide by Chase. Goes into the corner. Barracudas send it outside the blue line, the length into the center area. Sharks defense, quick to come back and jump on it. Defenseman falls down as he tries to make the turn, goes into the corner. Knocked away there at the side of the net. Long shot. And the Sharks goaltender, Tom Boudreau, called on to make the quick save, and he holds on for the face-off.
This line by the Barracuda seems to be coming on after the last couple of shifts, bringing some of the play down into the Sharks' end now.
They've been catching the Sharks defense sleeping a little bit, and I think that's where they're jumping on the quick advantages. The puck goes behind the net, a little bit of a scramble behind the net, knocked down there. They try to fire back out in front. Oliver, a little bit of a scramble. Comes loose, knocked along the boards by Chase. He tries to send it out as two Sharks and a Barracuda all fall at the blue line. The puck's knocked loose and all the way down back behind the Barracuda's net. The defenseman fell just as the puck went by him at the front of the net, and a quick shot, and Michelin again had to be quick on that play as the puck was left laying there by the Barracuda defense, but they couldn't get it by Michelin. The score remains 5-2. Sharks still hold that lead. From the face-off, slid right across the line. They scored! It looked like it might have came right off the face-off as number 14 for the Sharks fired it right across Andrew Chase. As the buzzer goes to make the line changes, and you'll see on the replay right off the face-off, Andrew Chase fires it right from the face-off circle. It went right onto the stick. It looked like it might have been Bossman, and into the net.
Didn't waste any time with that shot. Let it go right away.
And that's the secret of winning those face-offs. If the man can be loose, he fires it home before the goalie can get himself set, and the Sharks have jumped back into that 6-2 lead. Front of face-off, fired back inside his own blue line, quickly grabbed up by the Sharks defense, number 3. Ricky Bossman sends it outside the blue line, came right back to him again, sends it up in the center zone. A little bit of a scramble at the center, puck squirts loose, and fired all the way back down, easily handled by Persia. That's Langlois in the Sharks' nets, number 30. He let no rebound go on that one, and he holds on for the face-off.
The puck took a strange roll there, and he wasn't taking any chances on that.
Face-off just to the left of Langlois. Comes right into the slot area. Barracudas jump right on it right away. Vanderform couldn't get a good shot away. He's forechecking feverishly, sends it right in the slot area. Nobody there to grab onto it. Monich is on the loose puck, quickly shoots. Langlois holds on right on the goal line and holds on for the face-off.
I think the puck slid in there a little bit after the whistle went. It was a good save by the goalie.
Monich with that quick move cut the shot away, but Langlois up to the task, and he holds on for the face-off. From the face-off, Monich right onto Vanderform's stick. He tried to turn and take the shot away, kept in by Teal at the blue line. Monich quickly jumped on that, forecheck sends it back in behind the Sharks' end. Vanderform comes in quickly in the corner, right in the slot area, knocked away, and outside the blue line by Billy Joe Bossman. Sends it the length of the ice, handled there by Persia. Long pass up the wing, stopped inside the blue line, and the Sharks hold it in, knocked down quickly by Billy Joe Bossman. Sends it right in the slot area, quick shot, easily handled by Persia. Knocked away by Marcotte, sends it behind his own net. He lost control of it there, sent around the far side. Kelso goes in to pick it up for the Barracudas. Kelso to the blue line. It's knocked down there by Rick Bossman. They knock it out, it comes loose. We've got a race for it as Vanderform. Tried to sidestep the defense, stopped just inside the blue line. Puck comes loose, knocked by Monich outside the blue line, picked up by P.J. Steele. He sends it in. Quickly stopped by the Sharks defense, and they send it the length of the ice.
The Sharks defense did a good job to get back and break up that play.
Goes into the corner, picked up there by Keith Marcotte. Marcotte, they send it out. The Sharks quickly forecheck, keep it hemmed in. Long shot, nice save off the arm of goaltender Byron Persia. Long breakaway pass, right on the stick of Vanderform. He's got another breakaway. And the goaltender quickly jumps out to meet him well out of his goal crease. With Brian Langlois, he came well out of his goal crease to stop Vanderform.
I think he lost the puck there. It was a good head man, and Vanderform just lost the puck off the end of off his stick. It got a little bit out in front of him.
Quick thinking by the goaltender to come out and take control of that loose puck before a goal could be scored by Vanderform. Front of face-off, Monich sends it right on the goal crease. Knocked into the corner by goaltender Langlois. Picked up there in the corner by Kelso to the side of the net. Monich tries to spin around, sends it on to Vanderform's stick. Vanderform hustles on that loose puck, comes over to Monich. Monich sends it right in the slot area to Kelso, to Monich. And this line for the Barracudas has picked up the tempo. And just as the buzzer goes, this line was picking up the tempo of this hockey game, trying to get one by Langlois.
They just missed a couple of opportunities. Puck's rolling off the stick.
So with time running out, the Sharks do have a commanding 6-2 lead. But the Barracudas on the last two shifts have come to life and tried to get back into this hockey game. Face off. Just to the left of the Sharks goaltender. Referee getting the lines all a little bit organized. Puck comes from the face-off to the side. Quickly jumped on Secor. Tries to send it out. Hit a leg. Fired quickly back in behind the net by the Barracudas. A little over 11 minutes remaining in this hockey game. The Sharks have a commanding 6-2 lead. It's at the back of the net. Secor tried to knock it away for the Sharks. Nobody could get on it. Puck comes loose. Nice poke check there by Kelso. Fired right in front, right in the goal mouth. Oh, and it was just tipped wide as it squirted loose of Langlois. And they couldn't bang it home as number 12 for the Barracudas, Keith Marcotte, was right on the edge of the goalpost. And it goes completely down the other end as the Sharks break in on a 2-on-1, a long shot. Off the side of the net. Comes to the other side as the Sharks try to catch him sleeping on the Barracuda defense. The Barracudas quickly come back and fire it out to the blue line and down the ice.
It was a good job of the Barracudas to work the puck out in front of the net, and another close opportunity.
Willem Bosman sends it out, but not outside the blue line. Long shot. Handled by Langlois, and he holds off for the face-off. So with time running out, the Sharks had their chances. They broke down on a 2-on-1, but couldn't get the good clear shot away. And they still hold that 6-2 lead. Good goaltending right now by Langlois as the Barracudas have come to life a little bit late in this hockey game.
Yeah, good work. He's not letting any rebounds out.
From the face-off. Fired out to the blue line. Kicked out by number 9, Steve Barra. Barra sidesteps one defender. Trying to outskate the other one. Goes in on the goaltender all alone. Stepped by the goaltender and then lost the puck as it slid behind the net after he'd stepped by goaltender Byron Persia. Puck squirts out in front of the net. Persia this time going to hold on to the rebound and get a face-off. Good move there as they stepped by the goaltender Byron Persia, but they couldn't put it home. Face-off just to the left of goaltender Persia. Sharks still lead by 6-2. From the face-off comes loose in front of the Barracudas net. They try to send it out. It's a long breakaway pass. We've got a race for it. Goes down the wing. Kelso. He's dumped just inside the blue line by Marcotte, and it looks like Marcotte's going to be getting the tripping penalty on the play as Kelso put on the burners, but couldn't sidestep that stick of Marcotte.
The Barracudas now are looking for these breakaway passes.
Good speed there for Kelso as he broke away on that wing and just took off. He was quickly on the play, and Bosman just came back and cut off the play, and Kelso tripped over Bosman's stick. Quick shot right in front. Another shot. Stopped by goaltender Langlois. So number 12, Bosman, has 2 minutes for the tripping penalty. And the Sharks would be short-handed as the Barracudas apply the pressure. Comes loose. Picked up by Secord. He couldn't get it out. Comes loose to Kelso. Kelso again. Long shot. And the buzzer goes as the Barracudas put on the pressure with number 12, Willem Bossom, sitting in the penalty box for the Sharks.
Again, some good pressure by the Barracudas, but unable to capitalize on it.
Face off just back out at center. with a commanding lead late in this hockey game. 6-2 the score. It's a commanding lead for the Sharks. They jumped on it early in the hockey game, and they've maintained that lead and held on to it, even though the Barracudas have come back and applied a great amount of pressure late in this hockey game. Running face-off. Knocked off to the boards by 15. Stephen Oliver, he just fired into the board. A little bit of a scramble there. Now the puck squirts loose. Fired to the blue line. A little bit more scramble along the boards. You notice more scrambling on this smaller line as all the players seem to head for any loose puck as it squirts loose. Puck comes loose right in front of the net. Quick shot. Nice save by Michelin. Another shot stopped by Michelin. Goes back behind the net. Sharks 6, Barracudas 2. Late in this hockey game. Goes behind the net. Knocked down. Chase fell over the defenseman. Comes back out to the circle. Picked up there by number 22. Richard Ralph. They blasted behind the net. A little bit of a scramble behind the Barracuda's net. Comes right out in the slot area. We got a race for it. Collision just inside the blue line between Foreman and the Shark defenseman. Both of them went down heavily as they collided just inside the blue line.
Yeah, a little slow to get up. They're okay.
They're close to the ice, so when they do collide, it's not very far for them to fall. And we'll have a face-off after they pick up the injured players, and they get right back into play.
In the smaller line who's been scoring all the goals for the Sharks, but the last 3 or 4 shifts have been a little closer and play's been a little better.
From the face-off to the right of Joey Michelin. Puck squirts just outside the circle, fired back out and down near the blue line. Quickly the Shark defense jumps on the loose puck. They try to keep it in. Scramble again. Just inside the blue line, that puck squirts loose of the scramble of players. A little bit of a jumbled mess as 7 of the players all went into one same place. It comes loose again along the boards behind the net, and the Sharks try to build onto their lead as the puck comes loose, and 2 Shark players head right on it right away. Fired back behind the net. Puck comes loose right at the side of the net. Sharks try to jam it home, and Michelin again right there to make the save as the Sharks try to poke it in the short side, but they couldn't get it by Michelin. So the score remains the Sharks 6 and the Barracudas 2. Face-off will just be to the right of Michelin in the Barracudas end zone.
Play staying down in this end now a little longer.
The Barracudas seem to have a little bit of offense mounted on the other 2 shifts, but so far in this shift, the Sharks have again dominated all the play and kept it in deep in that Barracuda zone. Behind the net as time's slowly ticking down for this Barracuda team if they want to get back in this hockey game. Scramble behind the net. Knocked it.